Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to Minecraft. Here we're looking at an overviewer map. I'll put a link to this program in the description if I can find it. But this is what I've been using to sort of navigate myself around. I've explored quite a bit. Unfortunately, this is as far out as I can zoom. So here's our main base here, and what I'd like to do is we're going to do some exploring today. I'm getting kind of worn out working on this. This is the Ocean Monument site with the dome that we've been working on. It's magenta because this program is a little out of date and it doesn't know the data for the prismarine blocks yet. So any prismarine or any unknown block for that matter shows up as that magenta color. So let's dig down through the layers here. Yeah, nice cross-sectional view of the map. There's the other ocean temple that we passed. We talked about that a few episodes ago. It's a nice little program for trying to locate stuff underground. It's kind of cheaty, I suppose. But you can get a nice, like here's the layout of that one ocean monument that we passed. You can see all the rooms, and there's the sponges that you can get out of it. There's the gold blocks right up in there in the upper right-hand corner. You get a nice cross-sectional view of the map. It's a nice little program finding out where you've been, where you haven't been. So like I said, this is our main base here. This is where we've been spending most of our time here, and what I decided to do, just to switch things up a little bit, I'm going to try to explore more of this desert. I don't know how much farther it's going to extend, but you know, we'll go out here and we'll just walk this way. See, I've already gone quite a ways this way. And I found a mushroom biome over here, which is nice. I might check that out and try to get some mushrooms back to my base and go through the nether, of course. But while out here, I also found, if we take a lower slice, we have 3 more ocean monuments out here. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any sponges in it, because that's really the only reason I care about more of them. Get more sponges, but we'll explore those some other day. So for right now, we want to go east from our ocean monument place. And, well, let's get going. And we're back. Okay. So we're going this way. Oop. Into the great unknown. Do a little exploring. I got everything I need. Basic tools, some food. Spare boots. I have my spare boots, right? Yeah. Spare boots, because the ones I have are almost dead. I apologize if the map was a little fuzzy. I took a brief look at it while I was waiting for the sun to set so I could sleep, set my spawn. I don't know, I had to use a different program for it, and it's a little weird. Which, no, I did figure out what the problem was with the mouse. Which it seems okay for the moment, but the problem comes and goes. Turns out it's an issue with fraps, and I'm not the first person to complain about it. For some reason, something fraps does sort of interacts with the USB devices. I'm not quite sure why. I'm not using a USB hard drive or anything. But I am using, of course, a USB mouse and keyboard, wireless, and the microphone I'm using is USB. So apparently there's something going on here, some kind of weird interaction. I guess it decreases the USB polling rate or something like that. And it causes the mouse movements don't register as smoothly or uniformly as they normally would. And that causes the mouse to appear overly sensitive. That's the explanation I've seen on various forums and whatnot. I can't quite wrap my head around why that would be the case, but as an explanation, I guess it kind of works. So it might just be something I have to live with, or I may have to experiment with another recording utility. But I did notice that I was using, what was it, Cam Studio to record the map program as just like a generic screen capture, and I left that open when I started Minecraft. And I'm just sort of getting myself ready and waiting for the sun to set. And I noticed that the keyboard would stick. Like, I would press forward to walk, and when I let go of the key on the keyboard, I would keep walking forward. And that was super bizarre. Oh, is this another village? Well, let's check this place out. I don't think I've seen this village before. Where was I? Right, so that was like really disorienting. And as soon as I and as soon as I closed Camp Studio, the problem went away. So maybe there is something to it. I definitely have not been here before. But oh, this dude's farming. That's awesome. I very rarely get to witness that. Hey, buddy. Wow, he's a shepherd. Why is a shepherd farming? And where are your sheep? Oh, sorry, man. Here. Take it. He's not going to take it. Alright, whatever. You're a terrible farmer. Maybe that's because you're a shepherd. Crap. Which way was I going? This way. Further into the desert. Oh, there's another ocean here. Balls. Alright, no problem. Onward. Yeah, so I really don't understand why recording video would interrupt the USB interface, but, well, there you go. Now, it's been a long time since... No, I've been into computers generically for, pretty much my whole life. And, when I was growing up, a 286 was pretty much what you had to work with, and I won't say I understood it when I was younger, but it seems like it was much easier to understand those days. Everything was a little less complicated. I mean, you had a regular serial port, and I knew how to actually invoke the BIOS commands to actually use the serial port, and you got used to working close to the bare metal, as they say. But now all this, everything's layers on top of layers. Oh, this is a nice savanna biome. Got horses. Shame I don't have a saddle. If I had thought to brought a saddle, we could have been exploring on horseback. But it is not to be. Yeah, everything's abstractions on top of layers, and just can't wrap my head around it anymore. Maybe because I'm getting old. So it looks... I was kind of hoping the desert would stretch on for a bit more. I just like exploring the deserts in general. We have another ocean here. God damn it. We are surrounded. I have crossed the entire continent. I double back a little bit. Bunnies! There's a whole family of bunnies here. Oop. Here's that mouse sensitivity again. Oh, they make such weird noises. Yeah, there's the desert back there. Get out of here. Not really interested in the desert. Oh, I heard a skeleton. Must be a cave nearby. Now I'm just thinking back to the crap I used to do with the older computers, and you had a parallel port on the back that you normally put a printer into, but you could actually control those pins directly, and it was so easy to just hook up a bunch of wires to it and plug that into a breadboard. You could actually do stuff directly from your computer. And nowadays, I suppose it's actually easier today. I mean, especially if you have you get into the Arduino stuff, it's very simple. And the Arduino is almost too easy. It kind of makes me jealous. But if you want to do something with an actual full computer, you need extra peripherals and everything. It's just, it's actually gotten harder to do stuff with the PC in terms of like physical interfacing and everything than it was back in the day. But at least you have alternatives now. Plus, your typical Arduino is probably just as, if not more powerful than your typical 486 was, in terms of, the physical interfacing. Of all the things I brought, I didn't bring any wood, so... Or an axe. I never think to bring an axe. Some acacia wood. I got an acacia sapling. I might hold on to that. Make a boat. We are going to sail the night away. Continuing eastwards. Ish. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Don't really have a destination in mind. This is all... We're generating new terrain. Let's go and go out and watch. I'm going to find another ocean monument. They are depressingly common. I was hoping they'd be more special. Now, again, the whole reason I came back to Minecraft after years of not really playing it is I heard about the ocean monuments. Like, ooh, I gotta check that out. And I thought it would be an adventure all unto itself to find an ocean monument. But no, they're all over the freaking place. I would actually be surprised if I didn't come across one. This looks like an extreme hills. It's kind of a weird mountain. Just... Yeah, it's a penis. Of course it is. A nice waterfall over there. This looks like an ocean biome, doesn't it? Deep ocean. This terrain is not very interesting. I mean, it's visually interesting, but it's not... I'm not going to get off my boat and try to walk over that, because it just takes too long. But I will sail on. Looks like a taiga biome. Got extreme hills, got your taiga. These boats do not handle like they used to. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to look around and sail at the same time. It doesn't really work. Just watching the terrain generate under the ocean there. It's kind of weird. Tiger bones aren't bad. There's a wolf. I don't have any bones. There's some sheep. Hello, sheep. Sheep. I'm just looking for something interesting. That looks like a grassland. Maybe not yet. Especially now that it's nightfall. I don't know if I want to traverse the land during the night. Have to deal with all those mobs. I don't know. I haven't seen an ocean monument yet. I'm genuinely surprised. There probably is one out there. We can go back to the map later and check if one spawned in, but it looks like we're running out of ocean finally. You know what? Let's go this way. Squids. I hate squids. There's some cow. And, oh! What the hell did I hit? There's nothing here. What did I hit? Son of a diddly. Ooh. I am being accosted. We will venture into the grasslands. Oop. What do I need to build an ender chest? I'm just thinking if I end up with a lot of loot on this adventure, I have my silk touch pick, so I could use an ender chest. Oh, it's got stuff in it already. Not that much. I'm just thinking. That's kind of scenic. There's a cave there. I don't really want to go caving. I want to try to stay on the surface. Generate some new terrain. I would really like another desert. I don't know why, but I prefer the deserts. No, I do know why. Because you don't have any rain. You don't have any of this freaking trees in the way. It's easy to see. Especially Enderman. This is nice though. We got a nice open plain area. Am I being followed? Kind of. Uh-oh. Oop, oop. I'm in a hole. Now he's in a hole. That mouse sensitivity is getting the better of me. Creeper, sheep. Hello, sheep. Spiders. Creeper in sheep's clothing. Hoop, hoop. See some light over there. Probably a lava flow. Well, it's almost certainly a lava flow. Ooh, Enderman. Hello, Enderman. Okay. Did he drop anything? I mean, oh, he teleported and then died. That's great. And no ender pearl. Alright, screw you then. Screw you. Here's a swamp. I don't like the swamps. Even though I like the vines, I don't like the swamps. Too difficult to navigate. There's another lava flow into some water. Not terribly interesting. Kind of hoping for more. You know, we have this forest that we have to deal with, and they're very difficult to traverse quickly. I like to be able to run. Hello, creeper. Not today, creeper. Not today. Alright, clearly a birch forest. Where are we off to? Cluck, cluck. Oh, there's another ocean. That's we're in a swamp. Oh, there was no way I was going to make that. Look before you leap. It's busy tonight. Ooh, dark forest. I think I'll go around the edge of this. All zombies all the time. Huh. That's kind of weird. The mushroom grew into the ground. Hello, creeper. How you doing? Depth strider boots, always fun. Meow. Ooh, he got me. Man, these forest bottoms just go on forever sometimes. We're going to see how far we can get. Meh. Visibility sucks in these areas. Ooh, ooh. Looks like we're getting something new. Oop. swamp biome. Looks like a fairly large one too. I'm hoping for a... Well, again, I'm hoping for a desert, really. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't hit me. Oop, sun's coming up. And once again, I'm standing on the shores of a sea of indeterminate size. Go east, young man. It's not a swamp. Let's try to avoid the swamp. It's like a swamp island. Squid. Yeah, like Savannah Extreme Hills type of weirdness. Oop, almost fell in that hole. Oversensitive mouse strikes again. Hup, 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 hup. Aww. Looks like we're on an island. Anyway, I shall continue exploring. Oh, that's a donkey. You ass. Alright, you know, I think I'm done exploring for, at least for the immediate future. We'll come back to it, and I'll continue, maybe off camera, I'll continue exploring around, see if I can find something interesting to come back to. But for now, I think we'll call it quits and find my boat. Because this is just it's a large island, but it is an island, and I don't care. Oh, what the hell? Come back here. Right. So, for now, it's almost noon, but in any case, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.